Watching Xbox step on every rake in a 100-mile radius is getting exhausting. Game Pass was the one thing they hadn't managed to screw up. It was simple, fair, it actually felt like they understood what players wanted. And now, Microsoft looked at the best deal in gaming and said, what if we made it confusing, more expensive, and gave you less unless you paid premium prices? The Ultimate tier jumped by 50% in the States, up to 100% in some countries, and the cheaper plans? They lost day one releases altogether. It's incredible. Not in a good way, mind you, but in a watching someone walk into traffic while lecturing you about safety kind of way. And this isn't just a bad decision. It's an identity crisis. Xbox spent years clawing back goodwill after the Xbox One disaster, only to throw it away in one tone-deaf move. For once, Xbox had found something people actually loved. Game Pass was the one corner of the brand where players and developers both seemed happy. Play anywhere, one price, day one. It was consumer-friendly in a sea of greed. It made people forget about the TV fiasco, always on DRM, and their obsession with Kinect. Because for once, it felt like Microsoft had learned from its mistakes. And then, instead of building on that trust, they torched it. Now we've got a service split into confusing tiers with vague promises, half-truths, and corporate doublespeak like aligning pricing with value. Translation, we want more money. It's deja vu all over again. The same tone-deaf arrogance that killed the Xbox One's reputation is back, just wearing a Game Pass badge. And the worst part? They actually believe this is a smart business move. Executives will tell you that costs are rising, content's expensive, and players expect quality. Sure, and you're a trillion-dollar company that just laid off thousands of workers while posting record profits. Don't talk to us about costs. And if Game Pass were tanking, maybe I'd get it. If it were bleeding cash, if nobody was subscribing, fine. Tighten the belt, make adjustments, that's business. But that's not what's happening. Microsoft's own financials show Game Pass pulling in around $5 billion a year. That's billions with a B. So in what universe was this necessary? Oh, that's right. The one where they decided to eat $300 million in lost Call of Duty sales because someone thought slapping it on Game Pass day one was a good idea. That decision reportedly caused serious internal conflict at Microsoft. And this price hike feels like the fallout. It's not about sustainability, it's about damage control. They made a bad call, panicked when revenue tanked, and now we're the ones footing the bill. And that's the part that really burns. This isn't some isolated blunder. It's part of a pattern. Again, remember the layoffs? Thousands of developers' jobs gone, right after Microsoft bragged about record profits. Tango Gameworks, the studio behind Hi-Fi Rush, one of the best reviewed Xbox exclusives in years, shut down. Arcane Austin, the studio behind the brilliant immersive sim Prey, gone. These weren't struggling teams. They were making truly excellent games. But because their success didn't fit a spreadsheet somewhere, Microsoft axed them anyway. And now, after gutting the very studios that gave Game Pass its identity, they have the audacity to raise the price. It's like they're hell-bent on punishing the, admittedly few, people who still believed in them. The layoffs, the closures, the tone-deaf PR, every move screams the same thing. There's just no vision left, no direction, just a bunch of executives trying to justify the last bad decision by making another one. And the games? What games? Microsoft owns half the industry and still can't make anything that competes with Sony's first-party output. Sony is putting out excellent titles like Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, and Ghost of Tsushima, while Xbox brags that Starfield ran at a stable 30 frames per second eventually. It's not even greed anymore. It's desperation wearing a suit. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point. I can't prove it, but it sure feels like all of this. The price hikes, the studio closures, the silence about new hardware points in one direction. Microsoft doesn't want to be in the console business forever. They want subscriptions. They want recurring revenue. They want you locked into an ecosystem they can charge for month after month. No consoles, no ownership, just another streaming service in a world full of them. Game Pass was supposed to be about freedom. Play anywhere, try anything, no barrier to entry. But this looks like the groundwork for something else entirely. A future where Xbox isn't a box at all. It's a login screen. And if you think I'm being paranoid, consider this. Sony's own investors have already asked the question out loud. During their most recent fireside chat, one of the first things investors wanted to know was how soon they could get rid of hardware. They were laser focused on streaming tech, on the timeline for when it would be good enough to get rid of expensive hardware altogether. And that's when it really hits you. This isn't just a Microsoft problem. It's the direction the entire financial sector wants to drag the industry. The sad truth is that the Netflix of games is the prize every titan in the industry is chasing. Microsoft just happens to be the best position to claim it. Gamers want better hardware, more options, actual ownership. Investors want recurring revenue. And the Netflix model is the purest, most efficient version of that. Infinite subscriptions with zero physical cost. And the real kicker? They can still charge monthly for online access on top of it. Just recurring revenue all the way down. That's not paranoia, that's the business model. Game Pass used to be the best deal in gaming. Now it's a preview of the future. And it's not one any of us asked for or will likely enjoy.